Hello everyone, Christina here. Welcome to day 4 of the holiday card series for 2023. In today's live stream, I'm going to be showing you, a bunch of stuff from Hero Arts. I have it linked down below, but they sent me nearly all, not all of it, probably like 85% of their My Monthly Hero kit release that includes their regular kit, the premium kit, and then a bunch of other add-ons. So I'm going to show you what they sent me, and then we're going to get into the crafting. So let's see here. In the kit, the main kit itself, they sent me, okay, I've got this stamp set and then these dies. Stamp set has really fun like mailing and owls images. So yeah, so I love this so much. Libby, who was at Hero Art, she's moved on to a different job, but at the time when she contacted me, she still worked for Hero Arts. And she's like, girl, this is like right up your alley. Do you want us to send you the release? And I was like, yes, please. Raise my hand, right? So here's what the actual, let's see, what the actual kit looks like. I'm just got an overlay on screen. So this is what you get in the actual kit. You get the big stamp set, the dies, a bunch of cardstock and envelopes, some rub-ons, and then 4 wax seals. That's the main kit itself, right over here, right? They didn't have the cardstock and the rub-ons and the seals for me, so they weren't able to send them. So I didn't receive those, but I can show you on screen. I can show you the stamp set as well as all of the dies. So cute. I'm not going to be using the stamp set today. That's not what I have planned, but this is adorable. We might have to revisit it later. So they have their regular kit, but then they also have a premium kit where you get everything that was in the regular kit plus a few more things. So I'm going to show you what that one looks like. That one's this one. So you've got the regular kit up there, and then you've also got these colorful rub-ons right here. You've got a little tiny stamp set right here with the animals peeking, and then this layering stencil set right here. So you've got some add-ons. So it's like a phenomenal value for what you get in the kits. And I've got those linked all down below. But in addition to the 2 main kits that they came out with, and I've got the layering stencils and the stamp set here, in addition, they have a few other stamp sets, some with dies, and they've got a couple layering stencil sets too. So I thought I would just show you those. I didn't get everything that they have in the add-ons, but I wanted to show you what I did have. So we've got this peeking owl die, like it's a die, so it would be reversed, but this little owl that's like peeking out, and then you can have the little envelope in his mouth. So cute. There's the wax seals stamp and cut. Let me take this out of the little package here. Yes, all the owls remind me of Harry Potter. Yes. Okay, so here you can kind of stamp your own wax seal, and then you've got some dies to cut them out, which I think is kind of brilliant. I tend to not put wax seals on the outside of envelopes because they don't fare well in the mail. They kind of get squashed and smudged usually. So, but this is kind of fun. You can have the same look of like a wax seal. I'm going to put it like on the back of your envelope or even on a card. I think it's really kind of a fun idea. So, and this is actually a set that comes with the dies when you buy the stamp set. All right, the next one, which, oh my gosh, when I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me? This is so cute. This is the Winter Mail Critters bundle. Let me turn this over for you. Okay, stop it. Come on, there's a cat with an envelope. I'm like, come on. I'm not going to be using this stamp set today, but I might have to come back to it because it is too stinking cute. It's adorable. And there are coordinating dies for all of those as well. So that's the Winter Mail Critters bundle. This next set is one that I'm going to be using today, which is the Wintertown Cheer bundle. So the bundle indicates that it's the stamps and the dies. So here are the dies, and then here are the stamps. Aren't they so cute? I love little stuff like this where you can like build a village. I think it's just so cute. So this same look is it kind of coordinates and goes with the next item that I'm going to show you, which is the Holiday Neighborhood Stencils. So there are 3 layers to this. You can kind of get an idea of what it looks like from here. but you've got all 3 layers that you can add, and they're sized perfectly for an A2 envelope. I guess in theory for an A2 card as well. But I thought they were just so stinking cute, and there's just a gap right there in the middle where you can put the recipient's address or put a greeting or something like that. I think it's so brilliant. So once again, this is the Color Layering Holiday Neighbors Stencils. So cute. So I'm going to be using those today as well. This next stamp set is called Holiday Flourishes. Some really fun flourishes. You've got kind of like a poinsettia type flower right here, and then some holiday greetings. And what's interesting is they actually have a stencil set, and maybe we'll look at this on camera here. This is like a holiday flourishes stencil, and I wondered if you could use this to color in, I think it kind of looks like you kind of can. Oh, you totally can. You can use it to color in those there right there. Oh yeah, you can totally use these together to color in these elements. That's brilliant. Okay, and then these other layers, like this one right here, you can color in portions of the flower and also the dots. Okay, so these coordinate together. They didn't tell me if they did or not. I just thought, you know what, those look really similar. I bet they do. So the Holiday Flourishes stencils and the Holiday Flourishes stamp. And then we have a stencil. This is the mixed frame stencil, which is super cute. It's not really holiday specific, so this lives beyond, right? So cute. Okay, so all of these are linked down below in the video description. They're available at Simon Says Stamp and Hero Arts. I've linked to both. I think there's only one item that's sold out at Simon Says Stamp currently, and sadly, that is the one I'm going to be using today. They're sold out of this holiday neighborhood stencil set, but I believe Hero Art still has it. So if you'd like to pick up that stencil set, Hero has it. I'm going to set these aside so we can get into our card making. All right, so my idea for the card for tonight, there's actually going to be 2 cards if we've got time, is I wanted to create a scene with all of these little houses on it. So before I get to actually building it, I'm going to take some scratch paper and stamp the houses and then cut them out so I can get some spacing. And then I've got, this is just a regular A2 sized piece of cardstock. And I'm going to kind of decide how I want the houses. My idea is to have like a slope, like kind of like a hill. And I want these houses to be stamped behind it. And I'm going to draw my little sloped line just like that. Sorry, it's probably hard for you to see. Let me tip this up. So I've got that sloped line. And I'm going to take my scissors, and because I don't want to have to deal with erasing the line, I'm cutting just a little tiny bit away from that line, and it's going to give me, there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and write back on the back of this so I don't get that mixed up. And I'm also going to do some arrows on this so I know that that is the top of the card, because I'm going to use this as a guide when I do my stamping. Okay, so onto my actual card front, I'm going to do some ink blending. And that's just because I'm going to cut down on how much bulk I've got going here. Okay, so I'm going to take my little template, put that right on top. And remember, okay, so I've got this like slope line. I'm going to, it's hard for you to see, right? I'm going to draw a little pencil line kind of about 1/8 of an inch away from the actual cut line. And that's so that when I put my actual sloped hillside on top, the pencil won't show. Okay, so I've got this area here that I'm going to ink blend. All right, and then I've got 3 colors of Simon ink. I've got bubblegum, lilac, and marine. I wanted to make like a really soft, serene winter sky. That's the whole idea. All right, so here's the basic like plan. And then our little hillside, perfect. That's gonna look great right on top. And then we're gonna have our houses like right behind that hilltop. I'm gonna stamp my greeting from the stamp set. I thought this like wishing you the happiest of holidays would look really nice, like kind of down here in the bottom. There we go. All right, so now we've got our little greeting at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and get all of these stamped. All right, I'm gonna stamp this down. Oh, I have a chance to use my Christmas Stampin' Bug. I don't know if she still sells these anymore. She was having trouble getting the candle toppers, so she was making her own out of resin. But I love this Christmas one, so I wanted to get it out. This is sterling embossing powder from Burtis Monroe. Embossing powder all over these houses. Okay. So here we have our silver houses. All of these little houses makes me think of like the little towns that I saw in Germany and France just a couple weeks ago when I was there. So fun. Okay. Oh, lovely. Always cuts beautifully. And we're going to put them behind. So I think what might be the easiest way to do this is to first adhere the slope. And I'm going to put that on 2 layers of foam tape. And then I'm going to do this upside down since I'm using the top corner here. And I can just slide that in, get that lined up with that edge. And then there we are. There's the front of our card with that hillside. So now we can put this together. So I'm going to slide the house just right underneath. And then adhere that. So now we have a little bit of that, you know, so the hill is definitely in front. Just enough room for the little tree over on that end. And then you know what? To finish this off, it needs snow. So I just can't help myself. I'm going to use a white gel pen to add some snow. And I want to make sure I get dots down between the houses. And I'm also going to do some bigger dots and some smaller dots. Could also be stars. You know, it could be stars on like a twilight type situation. But for now, it's either very gently falling snow or stars. Ta-da! All right, quick card. So now I'm going to use the stencils that kind of coordinate with this to create an envelope for my card. So this is the Color Layering Holiday Neighborhood Stencils. I think they're so dang cute. And I have an envelope. This is an envelope from Simon Says Stamp. I love their envelopes because they're, you know, peel and stick. You don't have to lick it. So I'm going to start with this bottom layer. I think they have them labeled. Yeah, I don't know if you can see those down here, but it says like 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to start with 1, 2 different colors of gray ink, and then I'm going to bring in, we'll just do a little bit of a darker blue, so it'll be Cadet. That is so dang cute. Stop it. I'm going to use that same blue, just with a bigger brush. And I'm just going to bring in just a little bit of a pale blue shade right around the edges. And it's going to be such a quick and easy card. Okay. Stop it. That is adorable. Okay, how cute. I love that. Okay, now let's do a really quick and easy card with that same stencil set because I have an idea. Okay, so the idea that I had was, what if it was like multicolored? So I'm going to start with a pale pink and a pale blue for this first layer. So I'm going to start with bubblegum. So these are the same two pale blue or pale pink and pale blue shades that I used for the sky on the first card. So the Simon inks, the ones I'm using today, they actually, they have a light, medium, and dark shade. So that's what I'm going to be using on all of these. And then we're going to go to the next darkest color. So in the bubblegum one, it's bubblegum, rose, and then taffy. So now I'm going to use rose. And of the blue inks, we have, let's see, we do marine, cadet, and then royal. So now I'm going to go to cadet. Peel that up. Stop it. It is so dang cute. I'm going to remove my card from the sticky mat. Trying to not get my inky fingers all over it. Oh, there's really not that much. Jennifer would be like, that's nothing. And then I'm going to come in with whatever ink is like left on my brush. And I'm just going to, similar to what I did on the previous envelope, just bring a little bit of that color in on the edge. I want to keep it really pale, so I'm avoiding dipping back into the ink pad. And then same with the pink. And then to finish off this card, I just need a greeting. And I happen to have a greeting that I made for a different card that I redid because it was rejected. I didn't like how it looked on that particular card. It's going to look great on this one though. All right, and it's already done and prepped. All the joy. Go right there in the center. Because, I mean, stop it. Come on. Holographic. It's got to be holographic, right? Craft desk, and I was like, huh, that would look really cute in the middle of that neighborhood stencil set. So here we are. And we're just going to put that right there in the center. Actually, it needs to move over just a little bit. Right there. Okay, I mean, stop it. Stop it. It is so cute. So here are all 3 cards finished in under an hour. Well, not 3 cards, 2 cards in an envelope. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, all the supplies I've used are listed down below, including the brand new products from Hero Arts and their kit and their premium kit. So I hope you'll check that out. Thanks so much for watching today, and I will see you in another video very soon.